I want to just talk about today a little trick you can use to make your creative journey a lot more easier and actually get the results you want to get. In the beginning, when I started doing art or doing anything creative, I would always think of myself on the runway, always at the beginner stages, even though technically I could draw a lot better than a lot of my peers or other people around me. Because I kept this mindset of, one day I'm going to be good. One day when I get better, then I'll get known, or I'll get some sort of like stability or money or anything. I always had that mind that I wasn't there now, or I was lacking. The biggest trick, the biggest thing I learned that catapulted the YouTube, the murals, the commissions, and just actually getting better at art and being way more productive and getting things done, was to change how I saw myself. It was to completely change my identity and the things I was saying to myself. What you want to do, okay, for an example, if you want to be a tattooist and you want to be making $500 a day, okay, $500 a day, 5 days a week, instead of telling yourself, I'm going to be there, you need to see yourself in your mind's eye and tell yourself you are there now. This may sound crazy or delusional, but trust me, this will be one of the biggest tricks you could use in your life. Not only for your art either, you can use this for success with money, socializing. The whole reason a lot of people have social anxiety is because they identify with someone who has that personality trait. I have social anxiety, which then of course reinforces that you have anxiety because you're now that person. And use this again. It can be a double-edged sword. This can cut you down, and it has cut a lot of people down. But if you can master this technique, you will have a lot of power. So let's say you want to be a tattooist. You're making $500 a day. You tell yourself that is who you are. You adopt that identity. You don't tell yourself I'm going to be, you adopt it. What will happen is circumstances and people will treat you different because you fully believe that you are worth that. A lot of people who don't do art, they don't understand how hard and long and much of a fight it is just to get good, whilst the whole world tells you that you are no good. And this is another thing, the beliefs you're thinking right now about your art. If you're sat there saying to yourself, I'm not that good, or I'm never going to make money of it, are they truly your thoughts? Did you really think those thoughts up? Or did your parents tell you that? Did the world tell you that? Because the world does. What's that? You won't make money until you're dead? Yet there's artists, you can just go on YouTube right now and look at some artists, 1000, didn't he make £1 million? There's artists absolutely dominating it and making good money. I know a tattooist who won't open up his diary unless you pay him £100. That's not a deposit, that's just him to open his diary up. Because he holds such a belief, that's how he operates and that's how it goes. Customers pay it. They pay it and they're happy to do so because they believe they're getting good quality because he believes it. If you're just hearing this for the first time, like I said, it may sound crazy and it's going to be hard, especially when you have those old thoughts in your mind. But like I said, they ain't your thoughts. What you want to do is write down on a piece of paper who it is you want to be. Who it is and what are the characters you hold. So once again to the example, a tattooist making £500 a day. You ain't afraid to say that. There's no shaking in your voice to say that price. That's how much you want to charge because that's how much you're worth. You believe it, everyone else believes it, and now you want to take that identity. Sometimes it's going to be hard because your old thoughts will come in, and also your mind will say, oh, that ain't true. There's two ways to combat that if this is happening to you. Number one is to take action. By taking action, by drawing the art, or doing a tattoo, or moving on a step towards what you're telling yourself you are, by doing so, your mind has evidence. Once it has evidence, it makes sense for your mind to go, oh my God, he is that. If you can't be sat there playing PlayStation all day, telling yourself, yes, I'm this person, your identity doesn't match with your current reality. So you want to add that. And number two is your old thoughts are going to come up. These thoughts of self-doubt or sabotage, they are going to come up. The way you want to combat that is to take control with manual thought. You need to overpower that by just saying in your mind. Close your eyes and say, I'm a tattooist, £500 a day. I'm a tattooist, £500 a day. You say it with confidence, you say it strong, and then you just see yourself there doing it. And then slowly but surely, those thoughts will take up more space in your mind, and then you start adapting to this new identity. I promise you, and I'm sure if you've been in the art scene for a long time, you know many artists who are technically incredible. Absolutely amazing, they put hours in, but because they have no belief in themselves, unfortunately, they don't get to the prize, unfortunately. Yeah, I can tell you many artists that aren't that good. In fact, many artists where you look at and you're like, I don't really know what I'm looking at. But they got burning self-belief. So when they go to a project and they say, yeah, this is what I do, this is me, this is what I charge, because they believe it. And yeah, people fall in line. People fall in line. It's absolutely insane. Even if you think what I'm saying right now is crazy, why don't you just give it a try? Give yourself 30 days. I mean, it's a new year, like a new year resolution. Let's say you're struggling to create art, okay? Let's say you're struggling. You need to see yourself as a person who's disciplined enough to make art. See yourself. Tell yourself for bed, I am so disciplined, I spend an hour a day creating art. Just an hour a day. That is me. And then see yourself at your table drawing. You've seen it already. You are that person. You do amazing designs that sell for amazing amounts of money. Not so much in the affirmation. I'm not on like, oh yeah, that helps, obviously, say it, but I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying you need to see yourself at your end goal. See it down, write it down, and then take on that identity 100%. It can be hard if you're in an environment where people know you for who you are. They obviously think you're being fake. But you don't have to tell them, obviously. And number two, it can also help to get away, to adjust your mindset. Once you're away from your environment, you can rarely be by yourself. People will treat you differently because they don't know you, and then they can accept your new identity a lot easier. Say if you're an apprentice and you're trying to level up, a lot of the times in the studio, a lot of people will see you as the apprentice, even though you might still be earning more and making more moves than them. A lot of people, oh, that was the apprentice, haha, now he's moved on. But if you move to another studio where you're not the apprentice, they're going to believe your identity of you making £500 a day off the bat, because that's their first interaction with you. So all in all, you need to start seeing yourself better. Believe the world when they say about art not making money, or there's no opportunities there. That's not true. I mean, these people aren't even artists. Was it your teacher from math, or your teacher from English told you that? Your parents that aren't artists told you that, and then obviously you were little, so it's not your fault. You grow up, you believe the beliefs, and then they just sabotage you later on down the line. So my only advice is to know you are worth it. You have worth, great worth. You create things out of nothing. You get a pen, you get some paper, and you create things, actual physical things in this reality, out of nothing, apart from those materials. Do you know how insane that is? It's nuts. It's magical. It's magic, bro. It's magic. Even if you're not that good, it's magic what you're doing, bro. So, yeah, just need to start seeing yourself of your worth. See yourself what you're worth, and don't be afraid to say that's your worth, and let the other people fall in line, because that's what will happen. And like I said, it's New Year. If you think I'm crazy, give it a try. 30 days, a thought experiment. Fully commit to it. Fully commit. It takes, I think, is it like 23 days to change a habit, I believe, and then 56 for it to be in place. Give yourself 56 days. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work. But I promise you, from my experience, it made me, it's insane, bro. It's insane. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this drawing that we're doing today. It's a lot of fun. It's for the Patreons with their amazing patience. I just want to say thank you for your support. Keep creating. Stay well.